Hey, happy birthday, America. Happy 4th of July, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the day, enjoying the evening. Hope you've enjoyed the evening, having a great day. I love America. There's nothing I love more than this country, except maybe my family. I don't know, sometimes not too sure about that, but I do love the country. And I got my red, white, and blue nails on, and I was all set to do a blog because I'm posting every day on bullies, which kind of works for the 4th of July, right? With, you know, the current state of affairs in Washington, D.C. But I decided, you know what? Everyone complains about our president, and I just want to say that we have had some horrible presidents, and we've gotten through it, and we've been just fine. So I was preparing my list of the 10 worst presidents, and I started doing it. It was too depressing, so I started looking for funny things to talk about, and there are tons of worst things politicians have ever said, like the funniest quotes that the presidents have ever said. And I'll put the link to the article that I read down so that you guys can take a look at it if you're interested in this kind of thing. So now I've just done top 3 worst presidents in the history of the United States, as far as I'm concerned. Number 1, worst president. And I'm not going to count down. I'll just do worst to begin with. So worst, Herbert Hoover. All right, Herbert Hoover was a president of the United States from 1929 to 1933. And so if you don't know about President Sir Herbert Hoover, that date should give you a hint. He was a horrible communicator, and his horrible communication skills got us into a trade war. And that trade war resulted in him isolating the United States more than it should have been. And he launched all of these tariffs on all these U.S. products. So from that, we went to the stock market crashed. And from that, we went to the Great Depression. And we survived, and we're here. And that means we survived Herbert Hoover. Second, Richard Nixon. All right, I'm just going to be quick through these. Richard Nixon could have been a great president. That's the tragedy of it all. He was smart. He was a real great diplomat. But he was a liar and didn't trust anybody. And there are names for that, and you can ask the psychiatrists. But, wow, he had it bad. And so he was a big liar and resulted in Watergate, the Watergate controversy, disaster, all the lying, destroying evidence, destroying tapes, firing people, and on and on and on. And he's right up there. Third, according to me, is Andrew Johnson. Now, Andrew Johnson became president after the assassination of one of our best presidents. In fact, some historians think Abraham Lincoln was our best president. So we've got this Abraham Lincoln being assassinated, and then we have Andrew Johnson becoming president, and this guy was kind of a nightmare. The reason that I have him on my top 3 worst is because he was opposed to the 14th Amendment. He didn't, all that we'd gone through with the Civil War and all that Lincoln fought for, he didn't support the Emancipation Proclamation. He didn't support citizenship for former slaves. Huh? It's like, what? And then, to top it all off, there was something called black codes. And you need to look it up. It's really one of the worst things in our history. The Southern lawmakers who were not happy that they had lost the Civil War enacted these laws called black codes. And what it was to deny the civil rights of all former slaves and just set us back. It was just a horrible time, and he was a horrible president. So those are my 3 worst presidents. We survived. We're here. We're fine. We're okay. And we're going to get through this and survive this. So I did that little list, but then I went online and I found some of the worst misquotes from lawmakers, from presidents, presidential candidates, vice presidents. Here's the first one. Al Gore. Al Gore said, "A zebra does not change its spots." Okay. George Herbert Walker Bush and his Freudian slip. For 7 years, I worked side by side with President Reagan. We've accomplished much. We've made mistakes. And we've had some sex. Setbacks. That was what he was trying to say. Dan Quayle, Vice President Dan Quayle. One word sums up the responsibility of the vice president: to be prepared. I'm Gloria Moraga. This is Communications in the Digital Age. Wanting ice water, one-on-one communications. I'm Gloria Moraga. Happy 4th, everybody. I hope you had a great 4th, and we hope we have a great summer.